Join me now on another adventure. No need to worry, I'll be your mentor. Before we get going on this wonderful trip, gotta stop at the roost and you better leave a tip. Say hello to my friends at the bar. When you come to this place, they know who you are. Pouring some shots, meet a new friend. Just when you thought that this was
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. I have power.
Hey, power.
We're not going to do no 10 o'clock show today. All right. Welcome to the show. I have power. Oh, whoops. Hey, by the way, am I echoing on anything? Because I realize I still don't have my headphones on. Everything sounds good to everybody?
You sound perfect to me.
Okay, cool.
There was an echo, but it's gone.
Okay.
That was me. That was my YouTube still playing. So that was my fault.
That's awesome. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Nikki. Hey, here's Johnny, Mr. Schwa, Lance, and Art Big Fall. Really? Yeah, it will be interesting, Art. Man, that guy's always in my chat. Well, anyways, yeah. So, Pete, you had a problem with a hard drive there.
I reached over. We were talking about hard drives. I reached over. I had this one that's actually rechargeable. That you can run it without. And it was all swelled up, and the case has popped off, and I've got it apart. And it looks like this is the puppy right here. I don't know what the blazes is, but I think that's the battery.
Oh,
maybe.
Man, look at that. It's like that.
Swelled right up. So I probably shouldn't be messing with it.
Yeah, I bet that's got like some sort of battery acid or something in there.
Yeah, really.
That reminds me, yesterday, speaking of that, we were driving around with my son, and he was on his phone. We had Perry with us, and Perry's looking at his phone. He's looking at his phone. I look over, and all of a sudden, I see all this smoke coming out of his phone.
What?
I was like, what the hell? So he was charging, so we unplugged it, and he threw it in the bag like a bomb. We're like, is this thing going to blow up on us?
That's crazy.
But it works still. So we think it must have been the charger, the connector. We thought the battery exploded or something, or was going to explode, but must not have been that.
You ever see those videos that probably on YouTube? They put a couple popcorn kernels in the center of a table, and then they put 4 phones around them, and it shows it popping the kernel.
No, I've never seen that.
And I think they might have been debunked, but it was pretty crazy because I was like, oh my God, that's insane if that's how much radiation is really going in there.
That is crazy.
Christopher, hey Luke.
But yeah, anyways, so I busted into the first can of the newest 12-pack that I was given. Should I be worried it's now really expired? This stuff was gonna last. Let's see if she's still fizzy.
That stuff
I don't think E. coli can live in Tab.
Oh no, nothing could live in this. That's still very carbonated. There is nothing wrong with that. And delicious.
And delicious. Don't forget.
I don't know what it's made out of. It's a mystery. It's literally a pure chemical. There's nothing natural about that. So we're going to talk about Microsurgeon and Thin Ice today. I had Microsurgeon was one of my favorite Magic games. My sister had it when we were kids. We'd go over there. Let's see. And this is just one really odd game. If you're going through a human body to blast things out. Actually, see if they has this. I believe this had there was a big picture of the whole body that you go in. Yeah, there it is. See if I can. But yeah, you look at that. That's the body you're going through here. With a little micro capsule, like a little spaceship, and you got to blast the tar out of the lungs, the plaque out of the arteries, blockage in the brain. I mean, there's all different things, and it's quite grotesque if you think about it. I really think this is, and they're redoing this game too for Amico.
Yep.
And it's unbelievable. Just if you go through this, like just all the different stuff it goes about. I mean, it's almost. It actually has pictures of like real arteries and blockage and stuff. Now, Jeff, you never played this, right? You said you're like, I've never played that one.
I've never played it, but I do want to mention one thing about that. I read a book several years ago, like maybe 15 years ago, and in this, it was about a computer programmer. I think he just got out of school, and he was obsessed with an arcade game. I think it was a fictional one, and also with Microsurgeon for Intellivision.
Nice.
So in this book, we talked about Microsurgeon a lot, and for the life of me, I can't find my book. I can't. I have no record of it. I can't figure out what the heck that book was. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what it was called.
Yeah, it was so odd. I mean, I think as a younger kid, I didn't really get I just knew you can go around inside of a body, and I thought that was cool. And I would just hit like be shooting vitamins into the lungs, like not really knowing what I was doing. But as I get older, you know, and I played this last year. Yeah, you got to treat the different things they have is they got cholesterol buildup in your arteries, which is the gray like blobs. And then you got gallstones, which are in the bladder, kidney stones. So those are orange and yellow. That's what it was. Tapeworms in the intestine, which was little dotted lines. They got these. This is just such an interesting game.
It is. It is. Like, it's so unique in the way it was made.
Yeah, the little tapeworms, and then you got like the viruses, and then you got what was that thing called? The bacteria, and then the virus looks like a little person.
Yeah. The virus.
You use aspirin for the viruses, antibiotics for the bacteria. And then you had ultrasonic ray that blasted all the blockage and the tapeworms. But yes, I just think this was just such a spectacular. I mean, even now, this is a spectacular game. So I cannot. So weird. It's got the big needle. Very medical in this instruction manual, and the overlays. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about the overlays.
There's two different overlays, right? There's an overlay for the right. There's an overlay for the left.
Where is my other one? Oh, you got to be kidding me!
I only have one.
Person uses both controllers, Pete?
You can use both controllers because of the shooting. It's very similar to like Tron Deadly, Tron Deadly Disc, but it's what's the other game I'm trying to think of right offhand? Where
Dungeons and Dragons. You could do the same thing with the arrows and running.
Yeah, no, it's not quite the same as that because what it is you actually have to hold a button in to make your disc shoot. Otherwise, it moves. The other ones like Night Stalker, Dungeons and Dragons, you actually hit the keypad buttons. But for this one, you move around with the disc. But when you hold in the disc, then hold in a side button, then the disc fires. So it's a little bit different again, and you could play it with two-handed using both discs.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The Night Stalker would. So I only got the left one for some reason. I was left without the right one. But yeah, this was. I wish I should have found like a video and uploaded a video about this because this is really. I might actually maybe play this and do a video on it.
I just put the link to the 125 episode about Microsurgeon up. It was 20 minutes.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, this is hilarious. This is a hilarious game.
Yeah. Anything you want to know about Microsurgeon, you could watch that. That gets through it all.
What's up, Rev?
Yeah, everybody who made it and such too. So I really like that stuff.
Yes, the 125. Those are the most amazing in-depth videos for. By the way, I still got to get that T-shirt, and it sends me a reminder because I clicked on it, and then I swayed away from it because I was doing something else. So every time I check my email, it's like, you still want this 125 T-shirt, don't you? And I'm like, yes. So I got to do that. Found out what you could do with Smash TV. It blew my mind. 2 controllers for early twin stick shooting, old hardware. Yeah.
Which side of overlay did you say you had?
I have the left, which they're pretty much identical, right? They just
Not a whole lot of difference. So we'll...
That's weird. Sometimes I don't realize like what's missing until I open it up. It's usually a manual or most of the time it's one of the overlays.
So true. All I have is the right.
Oh, hey, if we get together, we can play a game of Microsurgeon.
Is there much of a difference?
So what's the difference there?
Right.
Oh yeah, I see it says left and right on the top. And then
put yours full screen and take a look at it.
oh, that's right, the side buttons.
Down at the very bottom, what does your side buttons say what? I can't, it's not focusing.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't focus very well. Prepare to shoot. That's weird.
Is that what it says on both of them?
Prepare to shoot on both sides, and on the bottom it says move robot, aim and shoot.
Yep.
On the bottom.
There you go. So if you hold one of the side buttons on that controller, then you can shoot. If you're not holding in one of the side buttons, then you're moving with the disc. Whereas this one here doesn't have, if you look, it doesn't have it on the side.
Right.
And down at the bottom, it just says aim and shoot only. So this is your right controller, and all you can do with the right controller is shoot. So you can never move, you cannot move around your robot using the right controller. But if you want to use both, then you can just use your left for the main thing, and the right, all it will do is shoot. So it's kind of neat.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I mean, because I do play it on original hardware, so that'll be kind of fun to try. Like I said, I didn't get into it. I think I played. I'm trying to remember because it's not on the flashback. It's only been on the regular hardware.
It's been on. Sure. I believe it's been on like.
Or was it on the
Lives?
That maybe that's what I remember playing it on mostly.
Yeah. Way back when.
Well, yeah, now it's way back when.
That was 2000, roughly.
Right.
Late 90s. Also could very well. I don't know if it was on. I say Intellivision Lives. I think about the PC versions.
Yeah, and then was Intellivision Rocks was the other one, right?
That's right. I don't have either of those, but I've got Intellivision Lives, of course, for the Xbox, and I also have it for the. That was right here too. Yeah, it's right here. I have Intellivision Lives for the DS, which is my Keith Robinson autograph copy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I don't know, Microsurgeon's on this or not.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome. Thanks, Luke. Or a left for then you got to get Pete a left one then.
It's weird how you
it was the Rocks.
You don't realize till you look.
Yeah, Intellivision Rocks. Lance is saying had Activision and
Rocks. There you go.
Yeah, I knew there was a difference on those. They had like the different games on them.
Yeah. Right on. Of course, that's all Activision licensed now. So it's very difficult to get for them, but they'll get them. They'll get them for the Amico, I'm sure. Well, they have already, really.
Yeah, that I really hope. He already said that at Microsurgeon. I think Tommy said that in one of the interviews. Like they're Microsurgeon and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Demon Attack.
Yeah. But
so yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
There's also been talk of Dracula.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
A little bit about Nova Blast, I think.
That's Nova Blast.
Nova Blast is not as popular of a game. It's sort of a Defender-ish type game. Oh,
I remember this. Yeah, I was like, we're getting into the ones I barely used to play, but I do have. Nova Blast is.
Oh, thank you, Luke. He doesn't have any spare lefties. He has no right ones, just spare left ones. So I'm in luck. Sorry, Chuck. We'll find.
That's all right. It's all right. Atlantis still need. Yeah, everybody wants Atlantis, I think. But yeah, this is the Nova Blast game.
Yeah.
In my awesome camera. But yeah.
Here's another Magic game that he's talked quite a bit about. Actually shown stuff about. Safecracker.
Yes, Safecracker. I keep forgetting about that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nova. Man, now I'm gonna. Oh, of course, no overlays. Look at that.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't believe it's a big overlay game, but I've not played much Nova Blast at all. I'd have to read the instructions again just to make sure of that.
Man, I need to start going through my games more often and see what's missing.
My Nova Blast is the original Nova Blast from 1982 that we had, but
that's
not
cool.
a game I played a lot of.
When you guys get these old games in from somebody that you just bought, do you always play them right away just to make sure it's okay, or do you sometimes?
There's been a few that I just put on the shelf. I didn't really play.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fairly rare I shouldn't say rare, but most of the time those cartridges hold up pretty good. I mean,
exactly, Chuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever put a cartridge in that didn't play. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but well, there's yeah. See, there's still a few. I don't have Safecracker. I don't have Truckin', and I don't have Tropical Trouble. I think that's the Magic games that I'm missing. But anyways, I just thought Microsurgeon's a really cool game, and now I realize I don't have them. Oh, you got a Safecracker. Nice.
Hold it.
No. What? Oh, you guys had a variation on the back, or are they both the same?
No, they're the same. I don't know how I ended up with this. I think I found a copy of when I bought my Truckin'. I got a copy of Truckin' and Safecracker at the same time for an exceptionally good price, and I believe I've had it ever since.
That's awesome.
One is when I was a kid, and one is just recent, and they look the same.
Rab says he might have a spare Microsurgeon overlay. That is awesome, man. Man, I cannot wait to where we can. I would love to play some online Intellivision with everyone, man. That's what I really hope they come up with, some sort of online, at least just like friend to friend play. You know, where it doesn't mean we have to talk, but if we can just get online, and especially with the old stuff, you know.
Yeah, the door's never been shut on that. I've brought it up many times because, like I said, I got mixed in. There you go.
That's great.
I got.
Cool.
I taught Tommy about that. Of course, when I started in with the group, like I'm old school, like you are, right? So that was my focus. I got into the Amico because I love the Intellivision, and I understand that you have to have more than just that because it wouldn't run just on that. But at the same time, that's the main thing I'm looking for is remastered original games, plus the ability to play those original games against whoever I want. If I want to play a game of Major League Baseball, Chuck, want to have a game of baseball? Because I can't find anybody around here to do it. Right? So
it's true, man. And I really wanted to like my thing about the like stuff like baseball. I mean, imagine you can get four or five players. I don't know if they're going over that much maybe on that game because they're still making it, but to actually have someone play a few people in the outfield while someone pitches.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a good 4-player or something, maybe you got 3 running your outfield, and then another person's doing the pitching and watching the bases. So it's a little more easy to have an actual team. While someone's at bat, and I thought that would be that's what I'm really looking forward to, playing a multiplayer baseball for Amico. I really hope that something like that happens.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
For the OG and TV games, Tommy was
I'm not very interested in Pie Packer because Intellivision games need an Intellivision controller. And
true.
Amico,
it is very true.
Amico is equivalent to an Intellivision controller because basically it's a digital overlay is all it is.
And I think that's what's going to happen when the old ones are on there. It's just going to be like, bloop, and you're going to have that digital overlay on the screen.
Exactly. Yeah.
And even on top of that, heck, throw some of those tactical buttons on wherever you need to as well. So then you got it's almost exactly like it then.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see the overlays on the Amico for the old games, like brand new, cool graphics, or do you want it to kind of emulate the old overlay? Maybe even kind of.
Heck, I'd say both.
That would be cool. Wouldn't we have an option?
Yeah.
For the remaster game or for the original games?
Original.
Oh, original games, original overlays.
Yeah. That'd be cool if you had an option though to kind of customize or have a custom newer one too. As long as the button placement's the same and maybe it just has different graphics, I'm good with that too. But yeah, I think also that's when I was talking about the Evercade. You know, I was like, man, there's so many. This would be so good. I would love to have like the golf games, the bowling games, the baseball games, but it's going to be so hard. And I was trying to figure out for baseball. I was like, well, this could be your bases. There's your four bases, you know, to throw your ball to. Then I'm like, maybe directional. You point and it highlights a per. But then you're getting into like reprogramming the game.
Then you're just a different baseball game. It's not the same game.
Exactly. You know, and I was like, that'd be so cool if they would come up with like a third-party controller, or they made an Intellivision controller, or a couple of them, even like little ones, or I don't know, or an attachment. So you just for the playing the Intellivision. I mean, heck, I'd buy it. I'd spend $50-$60 on it if they made one. You know.
Yeah.
But that's what it comes back to, is like having all these. A lot of times, and you know this from the Intellivision lives on like Xbox. Without that, you know, you used to be able to pull up the picture of the controller.
Yeah,
and then you'd have to go in with it. By that time, your guys running the bases. You know, like, you're trying to pick one of the someone in the outfield to get the ball. Everyone and the other guys scoring like 10 runs. You know, it's really hard to do a lot of those games without that number pad. Unfortunately.
So Luke's taking care of us pretty good today. He's getting us some overlays. But I got another question for Luke right now. Does he have a trivia question of the day?
Oh yeah, that last one stumped us pretty good. Oh, yeah. I would love to.
I know he's been working on it too, so maybe he can come up with one. Maybe some of you is able to answer it right off. Rav will know the answer, but he comes up with some pretty freaking good ones. Yeah,
the last one was where you could play 2 players at the same time.
4 players at the same
time. Or 4 players at the same time.
Yeah.
What was that one again?
It was the only Intellivision game that had 4 players, and we sort of caught something because you can have.
Oh, it was an ECS game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, soccer for the ECS, but there's only one that 4 players could play simultaneously. Right? Bowling has 4, golf has 4, horse racing has 6, but it's independent.
Right.
Take turns, whereas the soccer, World Championship Soccer on the with the ECS, 2 more ports, you could play 4-player soccer.
Yeah, that's that got me, because plus I'm not too familiar with the ECS stuff, so and that's the stuff I really need to get collected, but it's just that these prices are so out. I saw another Scooby-Doo like listed for a few $100s. I'm like, come on,
that's too much.
It's Scooby-Doo's Maze Chase. You know?
eBay is just through the friggin'. Got to finish back to that. Let's walk the dog first. Get that dog walk.
That's right. Walking the dog. Oh man. Oh yeah, the other game I totally forgot. It's like we got it so much into the iMagic stuff that.
Oh yeah. How can you not?
Is Thin Ice, which this one I was more introduced to this from my Intellivision Lives collection, and I played the heck out of it. As a matter of fact, I think I got my high score still written in there. If I'm not mistaken, it's on a napkin in here. I think this is what I pulled out last time that smelled like the Mexican place I went to.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Thin Ice, 30,900.
Nice.
But that was like from the, there you go. And that is the original box right there.
Yeah.
That is
so little though.
Duncan Penguin, I believe it was his name, right?
Yeah, it's Duncan.
Hey, what's up, Nick?
Hey, Nick.
I'm familiar with Microsurgeon
in there tonight too. Greetings, fellow Amicoans.
Hey, Cyrus Martin popped in.
Yeah, I need to.
Cyrus there, right on. Hey, Cyrus.
The prepare for future shows. When's the song compilation coming out? I'm actually finished the recordings of all the vocals, so it's just in the mixing phases right now. I'm hoping by tomorrow that everything will be done. I showed almost every song to Tommy. He's loving it. He really is. It's
that's awesome.
My favorite so far. We just finished mixing Cloudy Mountain. I still have the tune humming in my head because it's kind of this medieval kind of. It's so much fun. Hopefully by next week on the show, I will have a like little teaser reel of every song. You know, just it's going to go through, play a snippet, so you can hear what it's going to be. And I'm trying to set up a site so you can buy the album, but I also want to do some physical stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff in the works. But
Oh wow!
oh my God, Cloudy Mountain was so much fun to do. And yeah, so very soon. I'm trying to get it in the next couple of weeks. Everything's set, at least for digital. But I do want to do a vinyl and some other physical stuff. You know, that way you get cool artwork and a bunch of other stuff with it. And I want to put all the lyrics in there so everybody could read the lyrics to every song. But they all have official Intellivision sounds in them, and it's fantastic. We had so much fun with the Cloudy Mountain, with the dragon roar and the caves and the arrows and counting the arrows. Is so awesome. I'm really excited about that. Got to bite and pick up that Scooby-Doo second mortgage. Yeah, it really is, man. It really is. It's unbelievable. Dragon Warrior for Intellivision. That's extreme. I love that. Oh, I just saw the Goonies one called Goon Enough. The trailer for that on YouTube. Yeah, I definitely want to buy that.
That right now it's sold out. First wave is sold out for that, but you watch Collector Vision, and, it'll be out again.
Oh, it's already sold out?
Oh yeah, they released it. It was sold out within about a day. They released 3 different games, Collector Vision. It's actually up here in Canada. It's in Quebec. And they released Good Enough's, Death Race, and Gorf. And I do have Gorf and Good.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind getting. Gorf has the voice, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
but all
awesome.
3 right now, the first wave have sold out. So
I want Wizard of War too. I saw that somewhere. I don't know who made that, but that looks awesome.
That's a Dr. Port's game. There.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right. I think you can still get this either, I don't know where, maybe through Good Enough Games.
Okay.
I'll pick this one up. Rev had them for a while on Intellivision Revolution. That's where I got mine, actually, but they're not there right now. That's the same place you got your Intellivania. But I don't believe he does not have Wizard of War there anymore.
Gotcha. I need to get back on and spend some money on there because I love those homebrews. There's so many. That's another one that's like a long list of collecting, and they're so rare. To be honest, my little section of homebrews is probably worth more than my whole Intellivision collection. Which is cool. I like that.
Oh, you got it. Somebody needs out here. It's very hard to keep up with them. Oh, gonna say hello?
Hey, how you doing?
She go. It's very hard.
Oh, is that on the Intellivision Collectors website? Wizard of War?
It has been in the past. Luke
said he had a few for sale. Yeah, I might be interested in that.
Yeah,
definitely, because I love how it did the voice in that. We will talk.
Yeah, for sure.
So Lance says the Penguins in Thin Ice are named Duncan, Norman, and Minky. Norman for Keith Robinson and Minky for Mike Minkoff. That's awesome. What is I'm curious to know what the Vuchko the Wolf version of Thin Ice is. Is there such a thing, or is he just messing around? Have you ever heard of that, Pete?
I don't know that one. Something weird is in my mind is going, I know something about this, but I don't at the same time. I've heard of this before.
Well, you were talking about they had the 2 different covers. One has a yellow Thin Ice sign, and the other one's it looks like it's wood.
Yeah, and actually last week when we were talking the trivia question about cover variations, Luke had that was the difference in this one. There's a white Thin Ice, and then it's yellow in some boxes.
That is true. It's an odd original version of Thin Ice, is what Luke said.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
So they kind of updated the sign. It's weird that it'd be just the sign. They're like, that sign's a little too plain. We need to put wood grain in that. Everything was wood grain back then. Thin Ice is a really fun game. I kind of didn't ever. For those of you who've never played, I'm pretty sure everyone here probably has. But it's such a cool thing. It's a really good sound too. We used to always make up our own lyrics to it, I used to play it with a friend of mine, and she would always come up with like funny lyrics. And because at the beginning it's like the actual song is like dun 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 dun.
Here it is.
Dun, 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 and then
You hear that?
the Zam. Oh, you have it? Yes. Dun, 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 dun. And then when you started a game, it was like we used to always sing lyrics to it. It was called they go dun 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 dun. Dun. We'd always be like, because always would say Penguin 1, get ready or something, and we'd be like, get ready, Penguin 1, it's time to have some fun.
Now, do you remember the version of that song that was made by George Sanger? And they played it at one of the video game expos.
No.
Listen, here's the start. And this is all in one of my latest videos where I do the top 10 of television music.
Oh, that's right. I think I heard you. Because, like, I think I'm sort of familiar with some story.
Thin ice.
Almost like Beach Boys music.
Yeah.
Surfing music.
Was this on Intellivision Lives too?
It was. It's on television and hi-fi, and it was on television. Yes.
Which that whole album I think was on there too.
Pretty well, yeah. There, we'll just turn it down a little bit there. I don't know if you can still hear that or not.
Yeah. Yeah, it was on this too.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm surprised it doesn't say it on there.
It's neat, that stuff.
It probably does. I just can't see it because I can't see that small.
I love the music and stuff for all the different games. And the stuff you're doing now is just so much fun, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I
I
love video game music is great, man. And speaking of that, like I don't know how much you got into listening to those Video Game Lives albums. Those are epic.
Well, 3 or 4 hours one day, just one song to another, just jumping everywhere.
I still love Castlevania the most. I don't know why. It's just maybe because that's the first one I listened to, and I'm like, I just keep coming back to that one. And then the live shows, if you look up the live shows, they're unbelievable. There's like a huge orchestra, just a ton of people, just arenas, man. You'd think it was like Woodstock level arenas. Like, it's unbelievable. But yeah, what's better than that, really? You know, like video game music. Well, let's jam in some video game music while you're playing a different video game. You know?
I think there is a Video Games Live on is it Tubi? I think you can actually watch one.
Oh, okay.
There's a Video Games Live concert on Tubi.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it is, but I mean they're all great. So.
Oh shoot, it's in the States. It's one from the States. I'm quite sure. But I don't know.
Here's some trivia from Lance. Thin Ice is the only original television game with a Zamboni.
Even ice hockey, NHL ice hockey doesn't have a Zamboni.
Right? Wow. Man, I can't wait for them to come up with a hockey game. I'm surprised. You never know. Maybe I know they're trying to get the system out now, so I think that any newer games are going to wait until that's all done. But I made an interesting video today about a game idea I had. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm talking so ridiculous. But I forgot what, because they always say, it has to be violence free, no guns, no fighting, no. So I was like, what would be, because I think one of our panels, I forgot if it was All Access or After Dark or someone in the chat, and Lance might remember because he's always in the chats, but it was like, we were making fun of like what games that could be ported over to Amico, but you couldn't do the violence, like Splatterhouse. Yeah. Someone like they call it like Glitter House, like he throws glitter at everybody, or like goes up and tickles the monsters or something. Yeah. instead of like chopping their heads off.
That's
hilarious. I was like, dude, I have an awesome original game idea. I was like, what about Ice Cream Cowboy? He's armed with 2 scoops, and he just starts slinging scoops of ice cream at you, like it's like Gunsmoke, but with ice cream. And people are throwing milkshakes down from the windows, and you're scooping ice cream at them. Well, I did a real funny video on it, so you have to check.
I've already watched it.
Did you?
I watched it while I was getting ready for here.
Yeah, so I was like, oh man, I go, as ridiculous as it is, who would not pick up that game and sling ice cream? And then multiplayer online.
The concept kind of reminds me of is the Noah's Ark 3D for the Super NES, SNES. That was like Quake or Doom or Wolfenstein or Doom. Basically, it was Doom.
Yeah.
Except for it was Noah's Ark. So you went around and what did you throw? You threw like a slingshot. You threw food at the animals or something like that.
Oh my God, I got to look that up, man. I never knew about
Noah's Ark
that.
3D. Yeah, it was the only unlicensed game I think released for the Super Nintendo, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, we always there is a lot of negative stuff out there, and you know what? It comes out when it comes out. You know, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
You know, I never really can get mad about video games. So
if I need to find a video game to play while I'm waiting, I could probably do it.
yeah, I think you could find one.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Whitewater too. Do I have Whitewater?
Do I have Whitewater there?
No, I'm missing Whitewater.
Whitewater.
So I need Whitewater, Safecracker.
Whitewater. That's 2 Safecrackers, a Nova Blast, and a Microsurgeon.
Oh, maybe I thought it was Whitewater.
Lance, do you have Whitewater?
They redo Commando with a food fight instead of grenades. Now there you go. That's another great one.
There's Whitewater.
Monkey slinging poo. Oh, that's a cool cover too. Man, those games were always the best. The Magic games.
Again, though, that's that and Tropical Trouble. I've just not played.
And then, Tropical Trouble. That's basically, it's almost this. It's the same character from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, Horrible Hank.
And is it based off of Beauty and the Beast too? I think
it is an like unofficial kind of. They sort of talked about it maybe being like the sequel to Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. But it was different programmers. It was different everything. Not really, but kind of.
That canoe is hard to control. It looks really fun. I've never picked it up and played it.
Do you have Whitewater now, Lance? Or Tropical Trouble?
Where did I play? I played Tropical Trouble, but I never owned it. I'm trying to remember how I played it. Because I don't think any of the Magic games were on Lives.
Pete, you still got your signs on the back of your chair.
I do. I do, yeah.
It says, damn you, go game, go.
No, it says Monty Python next. Oh, it does say damn you, go game, go, though, too. Oh, we'll put this one up.
Stu loves The Rise of Skywalker. Lance says, I don't, but his sister might have it. Yeah, that's there is, to be honest, there's a lot of games I think everything I have on my shelf I've at least played once, but there's a lot of stuff I've never really jumped into. So I've never played any of the ECS stuff, so I still got that one wrapped. Swords and Serpents, I actually. Oh, that's cool. That the cover, he looks like he's a wrestler. He looks like Macho Man or something. Like I always thought that when I saw that cover.
It looks like either oh my god.
Like a cross between George the Animal and Macho Man.
Either looks like Bruiser Brody.
Oh yeah.
Or it looks like Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Nerds. That's awesome.
But Lance, you do have them now. I had those tucked away to send to you.
Nice. Ice Trek, yeah. I have Ice Trek, and that's another one I really never got into. Like, and I know it's a great game, but I think I played it once. So there's like a lot I need to just. I think that's what I might have to do is if I do another Intellivision play video, I should play stuff that I'm just literally have almost never played or played once, like Swords and Serpents, Ice Trek. Man, there's a few. Sewer Sam. I don't think that's that great of a game though. Oh, I need to play Vectron too. That was
not a highly rated game at all.
Yeah, Sewer Sam was kind of weird. It was kind of like first person, wasn't it? Where you kind of go down the river, but then these things would pop up to try to stop you.
Again, I've only read a lot about it. I've not played it a whole lot.
Mm.
But different
14
rating-
Magic games.
What's that?
Well, there's 14 Magic games. Then I'm missing a ton then. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I thought there were
5,
7.
8 of them, so I'm missing 6. Yeah, it's because I have, and I'm also missing. I don't have all the Parker Brothers games either because I still
14. That's what I got.
Yeah, 40. So you got all 14.
Yeah.
That's awesome. 7 Activision games. Yeah, I got everything except let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. River Raid and Worm Whomper. And Worm Whomper is another one that's just insane on the internet with the pricing. Like I can't even remember what the last one went for. I should look them up. I should do it next week to talk about all the insane prices. I have to start looking up some and screenshot. Oh, Worm Whopper.
They've really gone crazy, but I watched and watched and watched. And you would see this go for 130, 140.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the blue moon, all of a sudden, I look at C1 that had sold for like 60. And it's like, why do I never see those until they're sold? But I waited and waited and waited. And I think I got this for about $50.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah. And it wasn't too far before COVID either. And I did about the same with that. I do believe, I don't know if I had that before or after.
I never see River Raid that often. I see Worm Whomper, but I never really see too much River Raid. And if I see him, like, it's one of those like really crushed boxes or really damaged, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's a little different, you know. I really need to get back into trying to get the 125 because I've taken so I've taken so much time off of like collecting stuff. Well, I mean, then I got the Sega was probably the last thing I've been buying. Oh, excuse me. Boy, this is talk about that is not expired at all. That carbonation is up there.
Got a kick still, huh? I'll check.
Well, all those chemicals are reacting with my body right now, and it doesn't know how to process it. Oh, look at that. Yeah, no, but the Magic games and then Thin Ice. So Microsurgeon, Thin Ice. Those were two of my absolutely favorite games. Like I said, I didn't get into them as a kid. I knew of them, but I didn't get into them actual cool gameplay till later. But yeah, there's a lot of games I really want to get into that like I said, the Vectron I need to try because I know to actually read it and understand that you got to build the bases and then protect them and then that. So now I kind of get that. I just thought it was like you just had to shoot everything and and that's when I was like, this is stupid and put it away.
It's a challenging, frustrating game.
Mazatron, Solar Sailors, another two that I never really I played, but it's like I said, I played them a few times and then they went back on the shelf.
Yep.
And then Treasure of Tarman's like that too. I played it. I probably played that a little more than most, but it wasn't my favorite because of the first person kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, and I just played it again because I was doing the song. But boy, the Cloudy Mountain or Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, the original, that is such a fun game.
It is. It's amazing.
Like such a fun game. I mean, and it's very simple, but it's just, I don't know, it's just fun to play through.
You have that, right, Jeff?
The original Advanced, I think he did. Well, I think I remember you showing us that.
Yeah, I have Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
What's the second one called?
That's just the regular one. It's just Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. The Treasure of Tarman is the second one.
Yeah, that one I do not have.
Yeah, the original Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, that's where it has like the map that kind of generates as you're walking through the caverns. And then you'll show up and you'll hear like a serpent, like or a roar from a demon or something. And then so you got to be careful going in there because it'll kind of warn you. Unless a bat comes by, then he covers up the sound of the warning. But so you go in there and then usually the demon will be like and kill you right away if you're on the hard, especially the hard levels. That's almost insane. But it's so cool, man. So you go through and then you got to find. So if you have to cross over a river, you got to go into the right mountain. I forgot the different color mountains. I think there's like a purple, a gray, and a brown or green or something like that.
It's gray, blue, red, purple.
That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. And then each one has one has the boat, one has the axe, and one has what was the other thing? The key to get through because there was gates too. Yeah. But it depended on because they would auto generate. And that was you had sometimes you get to where you were like you didn't have to cross a river, so you didn't have to worry about getting the boat.
Right. Yeah.
And then, but man, just going back to play that, like I got super excited about it again.
Oh,
like that is just one that it just holds up great. I mean, yeah, it's blocky graphics, but my goodness, does it just hold up as a fun factor. I was playing through it, and I got, and then when you get the crown, boom, you know, like that, like the Crown of Kings, which was what they called it on the flashback.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what's a better name, Crown of Kings or Cloudy Mountain. I guess I'm used to Cloudy Mountain now, but
Cloudy Mountain sort of was a little bit more prominent, but Crown of Kings came first, I believe, when they looked for a different name because they couldn't call it Advanced Dungeons and Dragons anymore.
Right.
I mean, the actual name is simply Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. It's just had so many different monikers over the years. Same as Treasure of Tarman is called Minotaur in a lot of places.
That's right. On the flashback, the overlays. Let me see. I got some overlays here.
Jeff, you may not be able to say that. Did you get a parcel today?
Actually, I did about 10 minutes before the show started.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I have. Yep, I knew I had it. Minotaur.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah, I got
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on it.
Yep, and then here's the other one. Instead of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, it says Crown of Kings.
What's that one for? That's why I was with your flashback. Right?
This came with my flashback. Yeah,
that's cool. I don't remember ever looking at my set. Like, what? They must say the same thing. Although I don't know if they're in this one.
Another great one.
Supplementary set. Oh yeah.
That's just I love the overlay, little rebel guy on there.
Yeah.
Cloudy Mountain was going to be called Adventure, and Atari released their Adventure first, and Mattel had to get another name. I wasn't aware of that.
That's interesting.
A lot of these still have the film on them too, because they had a plastic film on the set from the flashback. There's Buzz Bombers, where you spray and kill bees. Probably not a good game to be redone today. Oh, and then mixed in there's my Hover Bubber sticker. I don't know how I need to put it in the box.
Yep. I got one of those somewhere.
And then everybody's absolute favorite game, Space Hawk. Oh, I keep forgetting I got my set of Intellivision trading cards too. I think the very first show I pulled these out, but yeah.
Yes, you did. I'd love to have a set of those. Where did you get those again, Chuck?
It was a Facebook link, so I forgot who put it up there. And it doesn't say, because it was called Superstars of Twin Galaxies.
Twin Galaxies. Okay.
Superstars of 2014.
Wow. Probably can't get them anymore.
No, I think I must have got. They must have been around. No, when did I get these? I got these like a few years ago, so it wasn't 24. Maybe it was 2014. Heck.
Of all overlays to have, they gave me 4 chess overlays.
Whoa. But these are pretty cool, man. Yeah, that's. I really hope that the classic collection, when they do it, you say Mattel wanted Raid to sponsor Buzz Bombers.
That's true.
Hey, Coco.
Well, if you're gonna come in front here, at least say hello. Oh, you got a hernia picking up this cat.
That's awesome.
Dude, you make like 6 of Perry.
Yeah. Perry weighs about 6 pounds if she's like.
Well, 3 then. 3 of Perry. Almost 4.
That's so cool. That's how old is she?
She is about 13 now. I think 12 maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She's been around quite a while.
Well, they say cats can if they can go over 20 years on some. I think the oldest cat was it 26 or something? Was the oldest cat on record. So
she is not our oldest. We have one older.
Oh yeah. Yeah, mine growing up 16 years old.
Wow.
So yeah. A friend of mine, her cat, she's got the tortoise one, or what they call that, with tortoise shell kind of fur.
Yeah.
Just turned 18.
Oh wow.
Still walking around, no problem. She's got had no.
Calico,
She doesn't,
right?
I mean, you can tell she's getting old, but she's not. You know, like she still has no problem getting around. Did you get that portable Virtual Boy video I had sent you? Is this is this Ryan? Because I think I haven't clicked on it because I was in the studio, but yes, I have it on my phone. Yeah, I saw that it was something about it, but the Virtual Boy, which is just an awful system, but I guess there was a way they made it portable. I do have to click on it. I definitely liked it, but I just didn't get a chance to look because I was literally because it came on my phone when I was recording. So I will have to check it out, man. But yeah, that's. Anyways, I think like the classic stuff. Going back to that, I'm hoping that when that gets released, there's like enhanced versions. But I really hope that there's some way in the future they can do like a peer-to-peer, like we were talking about for playing baseball and sports games, football, baseball, bowling, hockey. To where you could play with friends, like so we could set up a stream and play. I think that would be awesome.
On an alternate service really isn't the answer because, like I said, I mean, you have to have that controller.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, you do.
So, I don't know.
It's gonna be a hard thing to put on anything else. I mean, like I said, going back to the Evercade, I literally was going over ways they could do it on here, but you'd really have to do. Trying to think if they had an expansion. Like you'd almost have to take one of the ports, and they got an expansion slot up top. I don't know what that one is right there. It's a little bigger than a USB.
That's an HDMI out.
Was that the HDMI?
Yeah, to go to your TV.
Okay.
It's like a mini HDMI.
I just wish there would be a way you could plug in a controller. Well, they got the Versus coming out, so then you do a third party, but then you could do that with a flashback. So I don't know. But yeah, I would think that would be. How about that? Oh, so okay. Say the Amico comes out. It's in its second year, say. So maybe we're talking like 2023 or something like that. Intellivision Entertainment should make a original style controller. Wireless to play your classics on. So when they release their classic packs, then get your old school controller.
Yep.
But have it wireless, but that's just like that. So you can pop your overlays in and play the old school way. But
that would be cool.
No more phone cord, no more, you have those wireless, and I don't care what they cost. Price them at $100, I'll buy them. Take my money, please. Like you come up with a wireless version of that, so I can play my old school games. I'm pretty sure everyone else would agree. Is my knocking my desk down here? But yeah, so that I really think that would be really cool. There's a USB adapter for NTV controllers, or isn't there? I don't know. For the flashback, it'd have to be. I'm guessing, right?
I don't know what kind of success they've had with them. You still have to map everything. And
I don't even know how you do
mapping
that.
is more of an issue than anything. I don't know what kind of. There's been no real easy answer for it other than buying a flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to buy another flashback because one of my controllers actually started working again, but I know it's gonna end up going out again once I play for a while. Because when I took it up north, I was playing when I was camping. And I was playing a bowling game, and both of the controllers were working again because last year we were in the middle of playing horse racing, and one of them stopped. So I don't know if it's just shorted out or who knows, but I definitely want to. I'm gonna have to buy a whole new flashback to get a couple controllers. Plus, I'll have another flashback.
I wouldn't turf that controller yet because they may become uncommon enough that you want to try to get it fixed, and there are people who can fix them.
Yeah.
So.
Here we go.
Trivia.
Oh, here we go.
Which game never came in as a pack-in game with a console? NFL football, poker and blackjack, soccer, math fun, or none of the above?
Worldwide console sales. Wow.
So which game never came in as a pack-in? Well, poker and blackjack definitely was a pack-in.
We know it did.
NFL football, I think at one point was, I'm guessing soccer over in the Europe, I'm sure that was a pack-in.
I think NFL football is my guess was a pack-in for there was a sports edition,
The Super Pro.
Super Pro, and I believe but that was Super Pro football. It wasn't NFL football.
That's what I was thinking. I figured that soccer would be in Europe. And I'm thinking maybe Math Fun. I mean, they didn't, because that would have to be like a kids pack-in kind of.
It was never marketed towards kids very much. Just those two games, pretty much. And what other one?
Yeah, the Word Fun, Math Fun, then you had Learning Fun.
Yeah, Learning
Fun.
Fun
One or two.
How'd you like to live in a region where Math Fun is your pack-in game?
Yeah, that would be the worst Christmas ever. You open up, yay! What games they have? You have some arithmetic.
Math and fun right next to each other.
Yeah, that's the two.
What?
Those are two things that should never go together: math and fun. I would guess Math Fun, but maybe if that was ever a pack-in, whoever worked at Mattel at that point should lose his job. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding because I know people still work for television. But no, I couldn't see them put Math Fun, so I'm gonna guess Math Fun just like Lance did. How about you guys?
I would think so. I mean, why would anyone want that for a pack-in? It's such a weird pack-in. Unless it was very something.
Oh, Rev pulled it up. He said they had the Tutor Vision, which was the Intellivision, so of course it would pack in Math Fun.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yes, and the Gorillas were fun. They did that. They did that dance like that. Wow. Man, I totally forgot about. Now the Tutor Vision, that was just a relay. That still was an Intellivision, right?
Well, it had different components in the board. They say it was a more advanced system.
Really?
I can't tell you the details. You learn a lot about the Intellivision.
It still had the same shell, though, right?
But, yeah, basically. As a matter of fact, they made so many of them, and they didn't sell well. They ended up using them and selling them as Intellivision 3s and Super Pro.
No kidding.
And so not a high percentage of them, but you can actually check, and they have found some of the NT3s and Super Pros that were actually Tutor Visions.
Wow, I wonder if I have, because I have an Intellivision 3. I guess you'd have to open up to see the components in it, huh?
There's tests that can be done on it to determine whether or not you have a Tutor Vision version or not.
So what was what was the difference of the Tutor Vision that made it better? Stuff lasted longer, built better, kind of thing.
It actually was more processing power, and to get full detail, you'd have to. I can't tell you exactly the details.
Wow,
but it was considered a more advanced system. Oh, that's just a guess, Raph said, but it's a good guess.
I think that's probably true, though. I'm guessing
Math Fun was also part of the test run for Intellivision when it first went in '79 too. So I don't know if it was a pack-in or not. If that'd be considered a pack-in. But I don't know if it was given out with the games. But it was one of the original 4 games, right?
I did not know that.
Armor Battle, Baseball, and Space Battle, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
man, that's crazy.
I don't think it was I don't think there's anything pre-Electric Company. I think it was still Electric.
See, now I want to get a Tutor Vision. I mean, they're probably not that common, huh?
No, they're not at all. They're quite expensive per se.
And they have the Tandy Vision too.
The Tandy Vision, yeah. But
I always loved the Steers
features of it, right? Because they didn't really produce any software that took advantage of the Tutor Vision. So my understanding is they really don't do a whole lot. But it is a better computer system, a more advanced technological game. Weird, huh?
Robinson thought Tutor Vision had a different RAM chip. Text on the Intellivision was huge, and the questions were half-size fonts.
You could find information from the Intellivision series on Tutor Vision quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really like, that's another thing I always wanted a Sears Intellivision though, because I love the way those looked. Because they had the same controllers as the old school with the bubbles numbers, but they were all white. And I thought that was just a cool look.
Okay, okay, so I'm going to share my screen because I have got something on Tutorvision right here.
Nice.
So hold on, I get this shared.
Oh, my stomach is just
growling. There we go. So I will read it real quickly here, the little bit. So in 1989, INTV Corp made a deal with the World Book Encyclopedia to manufacture an educational video game system called Tutorvision. The Tutorvision console would be a modified Intellivision molded in white plastic and details in gold. 2 sets of 8 cartridges would be produced, one for young people, one for older people. The World Book direct sales team would market Tutorvision in the same way as its encyclopedias. Get the console and a set of cartridges for a low monthly fee. Part of the sales pitch would be that the family was also purchasing a gaming machine. And while Tutorvision cartridges would only work on a Tutorvision console, the console could reproduce the entire cartridge library of the original Intellivision. And okay, as with all other original titles, INTV Corp turned to real-time associates led by Blue Sky Ranger David Warhol to develop 16 Tutorvision cartridges. Dave, for his part, hired Steve Ettinger, John Saul, John Tomlinson, David Stiefel, and Doug Williamson, recently graduated from Dave's alma mater, Pomona College University, to program the games. Dave Warhol made the songs based mainly on classic themes, and Connie Goldman made the graphics, including the animated Tutor Tiger for children's games. So it goes on and on there. I'll find a link. This is actually, and if you scroll through this whole page, which I had never found before, I thought I'd take a look. This is from IntellivisionBrazil.com.
Wow.
And it's a great take with a little write-up on all the different various systems that are that were released. From the first one, Intellivision 2, Intellivision 3. Intellivision 3 was never finished.
Right.
It was actually an advance in technology that didn't happen. Intellivision 4, which I don't know why they got a picture of Castle Grayskull there. But then you have the flashback. The Amico is in there. And then you have clones, and that's where you have the Bandai,
the
Sylvania, the Super Pro, and INTV System 3 and Super Pro systems, which those could be a Tutorvision if you had them. Tandyvision 1.
There's the Tandy
fucking system. Sears.
Sears looks cool, man.
Yeah, I've got a Sears one. I bought it at Too Many Games 3 or 4 years ago. I walked in there Friday, first thing. The guy had one sitting there. I said, "How much for that?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know. What do you give me for it?" I said, "I'll give you $50." Sure. So
wow, what a steal!
That was 3 years ago, and you know, at that time, I also bought a friggin' complete inbox Utopia for $3 from him, right? So,
oh, that's great.
It was a piece of cake. But yeah, there's all kinds here. Then the last one is the Brazilian one. So just that one.
Oh
there.
wow, look at that.
Prototipo Branco, whatever that is. White console with the same specifications as the original model. It is speculated that it is a prototype. 2 models are known, one completely white and the other with controls and black buttons. So it's kind of neat, all these different ones. And you know what's not there that I don't see is there's also Arabic Intellivisions.
Oh.
And I know that C-Mart has some. I know he's got Bandai too, or not, Bandai, the Japanese one, yeah. So it's kind of neat. I will post a link to that in the chat just because it is neat to go through and read. I love stuff like that. That
is awesome. Yeah, I always wanted to get a Sears one. I wanted to get the Tandyvision because it has that wood grain on the top, and then I really wanted to get, because if you think about it, all the regular master components had it on the side. Well, mine's up there, but here. Yeah, so you had only had it on the side. Everything else was golden brown. So it's like, if you think about it, the Amico wood grain's almost modeled after the Tandyvision 1.
Yeah, really.
But I still love it. But yeah, that's unbelievable. That Keith Robinson told story that they needed Canadian version of Tutorvision questions. Dave Warhol rewrote questions like that year was like the year Abraham Lincoln was born.
Instead of writing,
An A after it.
yeah,
that's
instead of
all
writing
changed.
questions that might pertain to Canada, it's like, oh, what year was Abraham Lincoln born, eh?
So did they never made any? Are those games available anywhere, or do they just never go into production?
I believe that
I
they're
don't think they are, right?
extremely rare, but there are some available.
Wow.
I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Luke would certainly know. If Luke is still there, Luke would know.
Yeah, he does everything. So maybe
Yeah.
he might even have a Tutor Vision, huh?
Yeah, they're not common.
I would love to. Oh, that'd be amazing. I would love to get one of those, but I don't need one, but I would love to have one.
I'd just like to get the 3 and the Super Pro and some of the other ones that are sort of like the Bandai are very expensive as well. And the one that's Arabic is friggin' crazy expensive.
Oh, I can imagine. And then the Sylvania is the other one. But I mean,
Yes.
the way I look at it, the Sylvania and the Bandai are pretty much the master component with a different print on it.
That is it.
And then the cool thing about System 3 and Super Pro is the Super Pro has the bubble numbers, and the System 3 has the flat no bubbles on the controllers.
No, you're
I have a System 3 which I use to play my stuff, but lately I've been using the flashback. But yeah, so my System 3 it's in great shape. It runs good. It plugs in good. Has a good picture. I've went through so many different master systems because the plug-in gets loose from the RF, and I still say I'm going to modify the one, but I'll definitely have to take a video of it. But I really want to try doing that. I've just been so extremely busy and haven't been able to do anything else. But they found Tutor Vision prototypes at World Book Encyclopedia.
I just got a response. Luke is there. He's got his explanation for our trivia question all typed in. So he couldn't answer my question about the Tutor Vision. But the Tutor Vision, he says the Tutor Vision console and the games were never sold. They were only prototypes.
Okay, so that's what it was. That's why you never see, because I see you at least see something,
Yeah, no, you're right. Because you even see master component software on occasion. Like Jack LaLanne and the French program, stuff like that. But yeah.
Oh, they had two different. Okay, so System 3 had both as well. Yeah, I see. The bubble one I always use because if you didn't have an overlay, you could feel the numbers. So, like, especially for a game like baseball, you knew where your outfield was, you knew where your pitcher was by running your finger over it instead of having to look down.
That's right.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they had like indentations. Oh no, they did. I'm sorry, no, they didn't. It's just flat. Yeah, that's just flat. But yeah, the bubble was just a way better controller.
Yep.
Well, wish I had some more content, but I do not, and we're already over now.
Luke's got to give us the answer to his question here.
Oh, he's typing it out. Okay, yeah,
he's got it all typed out.
Okay,
he's going to give us.
I definitely want to wait for that.
What's your final guess before he puts it in there?
Oh, for that, what was the pack-in game?
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Well, if Tutor Vision didn't show anything about Math Fun as a pack-in, and it was only a prototype, so. I'm going to stick with Math Fun as the only one that wasn't packed in because I could not see that happening.
Do you guys know for sure that NFL was a pack-in?
No,
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
Super Pro
or Super Pro, yeah, it was, but Super Pro football would have been in the Super Pro one.
Or maybe Super Pro football was available, but you got NFL football free.
Because you got to think NFL football. You'd only pack that in here in the States.
Yeah,
I don't know who else would want it.
89 when they sealed the deal, NTV was struggling. I think already stopped Super Pro system manufacturer the year prior.
We know football up here too, Jeff.
We only got 3 downs though, Pete.
3 downs, 110 yards. Got lots of passing, but we have a lot of NFL washed up here though too.
I'll go with NFL. It has to be here.
I'm going with none of the above.
You probably got that one. So we got 3 different answers.
Yeah.
Did System 3 have a pack-in?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Yeah, I always had, when we got ours, it was poker and blackjack master system. I'm not sure. I'm guessing, I know the Super Pro, I think, had Super Pro football. Had Super Pro something was packed in with that. I'm pretty sure it was the football game. Oh, here we go. C-Mart recently purchased a console box with a Math Fun pack-in game sticker on it. We were all surprised. It's none of the above. And it was with a 2609, so it was with an original Master System. No kidding.
And I think that might go back to the very first test market game.
Wow.
May have had it with it, all 4 of those games with them.
Hey, what's happening? One more quarter?
AOM2.
Oh, man. Could you just imagine that kid opening that? Like, he's like, oh, I finally got video game system, you know, and he's at school going, yeah, I know I'm getting an Intellivision for Christmas, and you guys have Ataris, and blah, 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 blah. And he gets home and opens it up, and Math Fun is his pack-in game.
At that time, for the amount of money that cost, he got the system, and he probably got 10 more games to go with it.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope you'd at least get AstroSmash that in that same. I hope that's the next one. He's like looking for the other game to open, you know. Oh my goodness. Test market in Fresno, California? Probably.
Yeah, I think so. That's out in that area.
You know, Math in Fresno.
Another way to look at it though, too, Chuck, is like, I'm not trying to damper on it, but yeah, we look at that and go, oh my God, why would you? But at the time, even Electric Company Math Fun would have been amazing to play.
Yeah, you're right. You're talking about a different time in gaming. That was
era.
People were first doing video games in their homes on their television. Right. It was the whole fact of playing a game on your television was just cool back then, you know.
I mean, you look at some of these games like for the Atari, and you go, why did they make those? People loved them. I mean, your basic maths and your Math Grand Prix and
Hangman on the Atari.
Yeah, 3D.
Remember that? I used to play that. I used to think that was amazing.
Or the Absolute Wars for the Bunch. 3D Go Game Go.
What?
That's a great game, Pete. That should have been a pack-in right there.
I
know. It's surprised it didn't come. I got this with my Atari system back in 1979.
How did that be? Is that just, did you have that printed up or something?
What? No. Get it off eBay. No.
That is insane. 3D tic-tac-toe. So did you like?
I made it.
Oh, you just made, okay. I was like, I thought at first I was seeing if you put stickers like over the letters and just made it. And then I'm like, it looks so cool.
By the end of this week, I hope to have my next version of the Inti Homebrew Spotlight out as well. I'm going to be doing this game right here. Okay.
I saw you playing. Were you playing that the other night?
I did. I played that in the stream last week. The Power Outage stream. I played this.
Yeah.
Because I just been playing it, trying to learn about it, get a little bit better at it. But truth be known, this one is Intellivision Revolution. It's gone too. It's sold out. I don't know if there'll be another run or not. But they are selling the ROM. The Carlos Madruga is selling the ROM, and this is a prop. This is actually fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So let the cat out of the bag right there. But
Rab made a good point here. Not so different from the poker and blackjack kids. But I was one of those kids, and I even though I wasn't a card person, especially as a little kid.
Yeah.
I still played poker and blackjack, and I thought it was cool to watch the guy get mad and wow. That is true. So I guess that's
where I learned to play poker and blackjack for sure. On the Intellivision, a lot of kids did.
Yeah, I think I did a video on that about, I can't remember when, but I was talking about I played that until we got something else because that was all we had for probably. Well, my dad ended up getting another game a couple games pretty soon, but
yeah.
I think I want to say for a couple weeks at least it was just poker and blackjack.
Well, if you got it early at all, I mean, the games just trickled out for that system for a couple years.
Yeah, it's right. We were back then. Everything was that was cool. Television 2 had pack-in games. Was it at Astro Smash? Oh, it was Burger Time. I remember was a big pack-in for the Intellivision 2.
Yeah, I have the Television 2 upstairs that is open, unsealed. But it looks like nothing's ever been taken out of it because it's all perfect condition there with the Burger Time game right in there. It's really kind of neat.
Wow.
But Astro Smash was a packing game, but I think that was after Vegas and
Astro Smash and Lock and Chase.
I don't remember Lock and Chase. I do remember Astro Smash. And Luke, was that with the 2609 or was that with the Intellivision 2 that had Astro Smash? Because they had a big, massive the Astro Smash tournament, and I think that was still with the original system, where they were supposed to send 16 people to wherever it was for the big finale, and they sort of
in TV2.
When they kind of screwed it up, they ended up having to send 73 people to the tournament because the digital checksum overload or whatever, once it rolls over, it gets into ASCII figures, and you can't tell what the score is. So everybody rolled it into these figures, got to go to the big contest, and they made it the most points you could score in an hour, I think was what they made.
Yeah, Astro Smash was the original master. Yep.
Yeah. So
the 2609 for Lock and Chase.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't. I didn't even think about Lock and Chase. True story. That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll see you all back here next week. I am going to cut it now, and I appreciate everyone coming in. Let's just say Downhill Skiing was one of our originals. Yeah, that's another great game. I don't talk about skiing as much. And it was one of our. I'm pretty sure it was fairly close to the original launch. Was skiing. I know it wasn't one of the first 5, right? But it was. That is a classic. That definitely is.
Yep.
But anyways, I appreciate everyone. Papa Pete, Jeff at Go Game Go, loving his shelves.
Having us on again.
And next week, let me come up with some more content for next week. I was like, talk about 2 games, and that was it. But we had a really good. I love the trivia. And Luke, please come back and give us more trivia because that is awesome. And if you'd like to jump on here, anytime, open invite. But we'll see you next time. Take care.